My name's Simon Corbett and I'm the founder of Global Dating Insights. So Global Dating Insights started in late 2013 and our aim was really to become the leading source of news and insight for the online dating industry globally. We now have over 20,000 unique visitors to the site per month and we're read by a range of audiences from webmasters, C-level execs at dating companies, white label providers and associated suppliers in the industry. We're really pleased with the site and how it's gone over the past 2.5 years. We started off just doing 2 or 3 stories a day. We now do at least 6 or 7 news stories each day. We do our conferences, which are fantastic. We do an annual power book revealing the most influential and powerful people in the industry, and that comes out on Valentine's Day every year. We do a range of supplements as well. And we have our e-newsletters, of course, that go out every Wednesday and Friday, and they go to about 9,500 people within the industry. The biggest challenge for the company, I guess, we had was at the very beginning. No one knew who I was, no one knew who we were. We were creating and launching a new brand into a market. And the market's quite small, really, even though it's an incredibly big market for consumers. The trade side of it is pretty small. Pretty much everyone knows everyone, and for a new player to come along and try and create and establish a brand, it took a bit of work at the beginning, but pleased to say 2.5 years on, we've got our conferences, we've got our power book, we've got our team of journalists, we've got our newsletters, we're doing 6 or 7 news stories a day, we're planning more conferences for next year, and we really are now the market leader by some distance. The business model for GDI is really simple. All of the content is free, so you can access the special reports, the news on the website, the features, the video interviews, the power book. It's all completely free. We make our money through advertising, so the banner ads you see on the right-hand side of the site are paid for. They're our sponsors, and we also sell tickets to our conferences, and so that's how we make our money. Over the next year or so, we have 3 main aims as a company. First of all, it's about the reporters we have and the content we're doing. We'd like to take on more editorial staff, and we'd really like to push the content we're doing further. So more long-form journalism, more news, really like more content than we're doing at the moment, because it's so well received and people are hungry for it. Secondly, conferences and events. We've done 2 so far, and our 3rd is coming up at the end of this year. They're great. We have brilliant speakers. People are clambering over themselves to speak at our events, and there really aren't any other credible or quality conferences in the online dating market anymore. It really is just us, so we'd like to continue to do more of those. Finally, language. We've done some articles in German and Spanish, and they've worked really well. Traffic has been excellent and they've been very well received. So we'd like to look at potentially translating some of our content that we're coming up with, or having more of it in different languages available, because we think that'll be really popular to the market. I've always been really interested in online dating, which is odd, having never done it and being happily married for nearly 10 years with children. But I was just always fascinated by the industry, how it worked, the different brands in it, and how people met each other these days. And that interest really grew and grew, and as I started learning and researching about the industry, I realised there wasn't an independent trade news site of any quality out there. It just didn't exist in the market. So hired some excellent journalists, and here we are 2.5 years later.